All right, I'm filming at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I don't know if I'm really doing this more for the YouTube channel or more to prove to the mechanic that I'm going to be late for at 8 o'clock in the morning because I can't get any rest because it's 1 a.m. I'm freezing. It's been 3 nights of very cold sub-zero temperatures here in Vancouver, and tonight it's the worst night of all 3. It's about -6. And it's really cold and humid, and there are people talking right beside my van. I've laid in bed for about 15 minutes trying to just wait them out. Yeah, like how can you be outside of my van when it's freezing and -6 at 1 o'clock in the morning? I'm gonna take a peek. I actually don't hear them right now. Oh, it's super foggy out there and cold. They're not right there. Maybe they moved on. Maybe they just stopped talking. I don't know. But I'm out of my bed, so let's keep looking. Oh, there they are. I wonder if they saw me. God damn it. Shit. There's still a lot of radiant light coming off of there, but I wonder if the guy will see me. Oh my god, he's facing right at me. Yep, they're totally right beside my van. They're getting high. Oh my god, I'm so pissed off. Okay, we're gonna have to... Let's take a paper towel and cover this. Oh, you can still see a lot of light. No, I need something to make it utterly black so we can't see. Because I'm about to shine the camera outside of this window and show you they are literally right beside my van. There's my toque. Oh, shit. Yep, my toque is covering the battery monitor. Nice. Now it's black. There is no light. I know you can't see anything. Hang in there. Okay, let's pull the shade and look at them. God, do you see them? There they are. Hanging out right beside my van. There's 2 of them. Yeah, he's hitting the pipe. Huge pipe. See the flame? Oh, crap. Okay, well, I'm gonna stop filming. I'm gonna put up the shade. I wonder if you can see the light on my face. Oh no. I'm telling you, this sucks so bad. I'm definitely not tired now. It's 1 a.m. I have to get up in 6 hours for my 10th mechanic appointment for this van in 3 months. It's -6. I have nowhere to go all day in the morning tomorrow. I'm not impressed. How am I gonna get some rest? Okay, well, they're only like literally 15-20 feet from my van. And I'm gonna turn my inside little fairy lights on because I don't like being in the dark. That's better. Yeah, I was sleeping there. I was sleeping, but now I'm not. They're right there. They're right on the other side of this door. About 20 feet on the other side of this door, and you can probably hear me talking. Oh, the floor is cracking. I'm gonna get back in my bed. Oh my god, this is not cool, man. bear spray. Let's put it there. Put the trigger facing out. Alright. Okay, well, what can you do, right? What can you do except for be prepared? I got bear spray there. I got keys over there. I cannot turn the heater on because the guy will hear the exhaust because it comes out right here under my bed and he is right there. Please. They were making a lot of noise and talking a lot before. Now they're not saying anything. I wonder if they hear me in here. I really want to turn the heater on. I'm freezing. I think I'm just gonna get in all my blankets and cover my head because my face is freezing. Let's make sure the fan is closed. Yep. Okay, well, seriously, there's nothing I can do about it except for be quiet. So I'm gonna get in the blanket. Cover my face with my blanket. Alright, guys. Nice talking to you. Yeah, that's Vanlife. 1 o'clock in the morning. People smoking a pipe beside you. -6. Good night. Hello, good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful, sunny Friday. I believe it's the 20th of February today. Can't believe how sunny it is. But unfortunately, here we are again with another day of vehicle repairs. I've cleaned out the doghouse, as I have, I think, 9 times before. And didn't sleep much. It was -6 last night. It was the coldest night of the week. It's been a little rough sleeping the last 3 nights. I got a nice hot McD's coffee. The bed's made. I'm dressed. My winter coat is here. And I'm about to drop off the van for time number 10. I can't even believe it. I don't know what to say about it really, except for I am so grateful for the people at this shop that give it a try. I am so grateful for their open mind and their fresh thinking, and there's quite a few techs there, and they really think out of the box on it. Yes, good morning, you guys. I just thought I'd turn the camera around and say a quick hello. I'm just gonna finish my coffee. I phoned them. I'm about 45 minutes late. I was supposed to be there at 8 a.m. as soon as they opened. Like I said, it's a Friday. This shop is so busy, you don't get an appointment for a couple weeks. You know, I'm so delighted. The manager is so kind. The workers are so great. They're friendly. They have a nice little lounge area where I can sit if I want and have coffee and tea. I have a little bit of lunch in my cooler, but mostly I don't like to hang out there and bug them. And it just feels like no one finds a problem, and it takes all day. So I can't literally sit in their little lounge area for 6 or 8 hours in the same chair. I see people come and go, get their small problem fixed, and they're there for an hour or something, then they leave. So I'm just gonna walk around like I usually do, but like I said, it's the coldest day. It was the coldest night of the week. I barely slept the last 3 nights. Needless to say, it's the dead of winter and it's rough in a van. And I have a heater that I can cycle off and on. But as soon I punch the heater, it runs for the duration of time. And then when it's over, about 5 minutes later, it's freezing in here. It's Finland in here within 5 minutes of that heater going off. Really looking forward to summer. I've gotten through almost 5 janky months. We're coming down the home stretch and I'm excited. I really need this van to run. I'm done with it. I've never had a vehicle not function this long in my life. I love cars. I understand engines. I'm very curious about it. Come on. Let today be the day. Let today be the day. Let us all have a feel-good day all around. All the mechanics, the manager, me, the van even, all of us happy because we figure it out. I just don't know what to do anymore. Yeah, so I'm gonna let you go because I'm a little bit late for these wonderful people, and that's not very polite or respectful to be late. But I did phone, so they know I'm on my way. Yeah, good luck to us. And I hope you guys have a really good Friday. Talk to you later. Okay, so here we are, sunny, happy, good morning, about 9 a.m. on a Friday. They feel pretty hopeful that they're going to take another try at it. I got a really nice cup of red rose tea from their office, and yeah, I'm just really, really charmed and grateful that they keep trying. So I showed them how to cycle the heater on. Maybe the heater has something to do with my misfire. Maybe they can test it. We talked about like testing the computer itself, the computer board, and we talked about fuel pressure a lot. So maybe we can try and rule it out, but it's pretty chilly, so I'm gonna get going with my red rose that I fixed in their office. And they're so kind. I'm just so grateful. I'm super hopeful that they can fix it, and I will be very disappointed if it's not fixed at the end of the day. But I'm not whining about having to walk around, and in fact, they offered me some wheels today. I couldn't believe it. So nice. I declined the wheels. I said, I'll walk around. I need the exercise. So let's get to it. Let's enjoy the walk around. It's not raining, and it's lovely. I like to hear the birds and just be out. So yeah, let's get moving. All right, so we are going to walk to the Golden Arches here and get a fresh coffee. Warm up a little bit, maybe have some breakfast. Look at the sun. For once, we have some awesome sunshine. Look at that. Albeit freezing, but at least it's dry. Let's go into McD's and go get some breakfast. Okay, so we're in the ladies' washroom in McDonald's, and I see something on the counter. So I turned my camera on a Staples. Looks like a calculator, right? Staples Big Digit. BD-1008. Someone lost their little computer. Okay, well, I'm gonna use the ladies, and then I'm gonna turn that into the desk, and maybe somebody will come back for their calculator. Yeah. Hi. It's pretty clean, actually. For this bathroom, I can truthfully say I've never seen this McDonald's location bathroom ever this clean. And I've come here about 30, 40 years. Like in the last 20 years, I have never seen it this clean, ever. I think because someone just detailed it. Like, look at all the seats are up, right? Except for one. And the place is freshly washed down and the counter is wiped down. It's usually an absolute crap show in here. Like water everywhere, toilet paper everywhere, stinking, couple people using in the washrooms, stuff like that. So I'm delighted, so I'm gonna use it. See you later. Okay, because I always have napkins in my pocket, let's pick it up because who knows who had it, and open the door with the napkin because I'm gonna eat with my clean hands, and we're gonna go turn it in. The Staples the Staples, I don't know, big digit. Hey, excuse me. I found this in the washroom, in the ladies' washroom. Maybe it's a nice calculator. Somebody's left it there? Nah, she's not interested. Not in the slightest. All right, hello, good morning. So let's dig into our water and our super awesome McD's breakfast that I don't do. Yesterday I had cottage cheese and peaches and a grilled cheese sandwich for breakfast in the van. Today we're doing the prefab food, right? So let's unwrap it. Oh, it's actually pretty good looking. Look at that. Oh, I was gonna say it's not burned, and then it's burned, right? Because sometimes they torch them a bit too much. Like, look at that one. Yeah, it's burned right there. I can live with it though, mostly. So for my US friends, that's like Canadian back bacon right there. That's really yummy stuff, Canadian back bacon. Big, healthy egg, slice of processed cheese. What's not to love, right? So it's mostly not burned, right? It's only burned right there. Maybe we'll not eat that part. Actually, why don't we just eat that part first, right? Why don't we just eat the burnt part first? Yeah. Yeah. Can't chew it. Oh. Well, yeah, it's chewy, but it's warm, and it's good. These guys are having a good conversation over breakfast in Mandarin. I don't understand a thing he's saying. They're laughing a lot though. So what are you guys doing all weekend? I know what I'm doing all weekend. I'm about to make a big announcement. So I'm pretty excited. I got a lot of stuff to do this weekend. I'm going to do a lot of filming. I did a lot of researching for the last 5 days. So I'm pretty excited to share something really new with you. So I'm going to be pretty busy all weekend. I see that our cold snap is going to subside here. It's been about a good 5 days of gearing up to the -3, -4, -5, -6 last night. So I think we're going to get a lot warmer, maybe 4 above at night and 8 and 10 in the day. And then, but it's going to cloud over and rain. I wish it was sunny and bright for all of my filming. I can't wait for summer, you know? Anyway, I'm going to get back to my Egg McMuffin and just listen to these guys talk for a while because it's pretty interesting. I love languages. All right. We'll talk to you later. So it's pretty cold. My nose is pretty red. I haven't been outside more than about a minute and a half. Try and keep the toque on and keep the hat and the coat done up, right? So yeah, we're just gonna keep walking around. We're gonna leave Willowbrook Mall. We're gonna go across the road over here, go get a cheap bottle of water at Dollarama, and go get a coffee at McDonald's. Maybe waste half an hour there and maybe walk very slowly back to the van because they don't close for another 5 hours. They probably close late. And it's Friday though. They want to go home. I'm pretty sure if he had news about my van, he would have phoned me by now. Pretty excited because he's really invested in fixing it. And I feel pretty blessed that somebody really wants to keep trying, actually. So let's push that button and oh, I'm freezing. So we came into this bulk barn bin store that I never come into. You can literally get anything you want, like old style candy, new style candy, without sugar candy, with sugar candy, extreme sour puckers, and quality street candies. Look at the size of those jawbreakers. They're like literally about a lacrosse ball size. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep looking around. There's some false teeth and some blue sharks. So I'm gonna pick a few things, not too much because I'm not a sugar fiend. Maybe literally about 3 pieces of candy, and we're gonna move on and keep walking. Yeah, the place is pretty incredible. There's a pet section here. These are 3 massive bins: red cranberries, large prunes, and Sierra mix. Every Pez dispenser you'd really like to load up. So much candy. Around the corner over there is spices. I didn't know they had this. This is pretty cool, eh? You can make your own nut butter out of peanuts, honey roasted, or almond, which is really cool. This is fun. I might do this for somebody in my family. I think you can buy a piñata for about $27. I wonder how much it'll be by the time you load it up with candy. It's probably close to $100, I'm sure, because candy is not cheap here, that's for sure. Good thing I don't eat candy on the regular. So let's get out of this lovely place. There's some stick candies like you used to get at the corner store when you were a kid. There's everything that is just horrible for you in here. So on that note, let's say goodbye. Having a good look at the maple sugar lollipops, Canada. Yeah. Okay, so in their defense, they had some health foods and Jameson vitamins on the right. And they got a lot of good baking pans and stuff on the left. I mean, if you're a mummy or somebody who bakes cakes for a living or decorates, that might be a great place for you to visit, right, Bulk Barn? So we got out of there with $1.20. I think I got 4 pieces of banana gummies. And these gummy bears are fruit juice, and there's like maybe 10 of them. So, you know, still bad sugar for you. It's something I wouldn't normally eat, but hey, seeing that we're out in the town for the 10th time, waiting for the van. Should have stopped in at Five Guys. I've literally never eaten here before. I should try it. Anyway, we're out of here. Let the walking continue. All right, so I'm just making my way back from across town. I'm gonna grab a bus, go to the other side of town. It's about a 2-3 mile walk up there, and I'm pretty tired from about 3.5 miles already since 8 in the morning, and it's now around 1:30. But they think they know. They think after 10 tries and 3 different shops and a tune-up that we did ourselves, like, I am so grateful. I bet they do know. I bet they do know because they're very smart, and I'm so pleased that they just stuck with me in my busted van. My phone's dead, and I'm super tired. So I will talk to you later, and after I have a nice hot shower, and maybe I'll grab a cup of tea and stare at the camera and tell you where we think we're gonna go with it next. But maybe by next Friday, a week from today, it will probably be all fixed, and I'm so excited right now. Just waiting on a bus. Tired legs. Look at this. No more blue sky. Probably get a lot warmer though with some cloud cover. It's probably warming up quite nicely. Come on, bus. Well, it's a Friday afternoon and everybody's honking and beeping and they're all in line. I'm just walking back to the shop where the van is. All right, so we're pretty cozy in the van, but I'm gonna go outside and see what it looks like from the outside. Okay, so I'm pulled off of a highway on an industrial section. And there's a closed tire shop on this side and nothing but a storage unit on that side. So there's really nobody here except for this guy here just pulled up. I don't know what he's doing here on this lonely road, but I'm really not going to bother him, that's for sure. Let's go outside and see what the van looks like from the outside. There's a pub over there on the right, and the road goes all the way down. There's really nothing here except for a tire shop and a storage unit. Mostly people store their vehicles for the summer, you know, like RVs and stuff like that. This guy's got a moving truck right here. In the summer, it's nice because you can park under these trees and get a bit of shade. Maybe sleep in till 8 or 9 in the morning without the sun frying you right out of bed. But right now, it is cold. It is cold. I bet that's cozy, though. That's the Hampton Inn and Suites by Hilton. So, yeah, I don't have a place in the Hampton Inn, but I do have a van. It's pretty cozy and clean. So, let's go in and make some dinner. Just so cold right now behind this hotel and this storage place. You can see the wind waving this little cedar tree. Well, it's February. It's Canada. But it's 5 degrees warmer than it was last night. Last night it was -6, and right now it's 0. So I'm pretty grateful for 0. So I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna make some tacos. I was just checking out my van from the outside, seeing what it looks like. I don't really have my shades up on this side, but it's pretty stealthy, really. I'm under this tree for the night. It should give me some protection. And it's pretty quiet here. I should get a peaceful sleep here, right? So let's get in. Let's make some tacos. I really don't know who this guy is that rolled up here about 5 minutes ago, but the best policy is to just not see anything, not say anything, and not bother anybody. So he can do what he's doing, and I'm gonna do what I'm doing. So let's get inside the cozy van. People are in their Hampton Inn Suites over there. But I'm not paying $240 a night right now. I have a nice dinner prepped. So let's lock the door and get at it. All right, so Buddy's still hanging out there on the street just ahead of me. So let's close the curtain. All right, so let's get to making dinner. So over here, I have 4 soft tacos prepared. Some avocado, cherry tomatoes, red onions, some salsa. And in the frying pan, I have an amazing peppered burger, some red peppers, onions, and under there, there's also some garlic. So let's turn it on and make some tacos because it's taco night Saturday. Nice. So yeah, the Hampton Inn Suites are behind me. And I'm pretty sure every dinner on the menu is probably $25 to $35. This dinner here is probably about, I would say maybe $5 or $6. This burger was half price, happy hours, save on foods, $2.50 instead of $5. Had a little bit of beef left over from last night, 1 red pepper, a couple tortillas. Really nothing that costly, really. Let's open the Max Air fan. You really need that in British Columbia. When you're a van lifer, you need a source of heat and a source of ventilation. Wonderful. Although I have the max air fan, I really like to crack the door open. I have 3 sets of barn doors. On that side, on the back, and also on that side. So I'm just going to open this set, maybe about 6 inches. Enjoy the view, the little cedar tree beside me. I'm under a nice cedar, a little bit of protection for the night. No one's really around. I'm making dinner beside a storage unit. There's no foot traffic, street traffic. It's really quite quiet. Just gonna make 2 tacos for tonight and 2 tacos for lunch tomorrow. Mostly I'm pretty focused on why my vehicle hasn't been running properly. It's had a pretty bad misfire for 3 months since November. But I think we're almost at the end of that, and we're on our way to resolving that pretty soon. And then maybe I'll get back to making a kitchen here, putting some lighting up there. Like, I really haven't progressed in this van build at all because A, I'm trying to get through winter and be warm and clean and survive and eat healthy food. And 2, I'm trying to chase down a bad vehicle malfunction. And it's literally been 12 to 14 weeks of that. Yesterday, I walked around all day while they looked at my vehicle. It was try number 10. It was the 10th time that I had actually given my vehicle to a shop and asked them, please, I'm going to walk around all day. I wish you the very best of luck. Please try and think out of the box. Please try and figure it out. It's a really great van, and I'm not really sure why it's not running properly. Hey everybody, I'm just making some tacos on a Saturday night. It's pretty rainy and cold, but it's about 5 degrees warmer than it's been all week. It's been about -4, 5, and 6 all week. Pretty cold. Mainly, most van lifers are just staying inside trying to survive. And, we're all just doing our best to get to summer, right? So as you know, on Friday, I dropped my van off for mechanic trip number 10. And I gave it to a shop that I've known for about a decade. But I gave it to them last week for the first time. And they were really hopeful that they were going to try and figure it out. In fact, they said, everything is fixable, Ellie, so don't lose hope. Bring it in again. We're willing to do it again. They spent 6 hours on it last week, and they didn't find the problem. They didn't charge me for that service. That was really great. Big thanks goes out to them. A wonderful shop. In fact, they invited me back this week, and I dropped it off again this week. Yesterday, it was -6. I got up early, had a hot coffee. They were really gracious. They offered me some wheels to use for the day, but I said, you know what? I need to get out. I need to walk around as cold as it is. I put on a toque and a big coat, and I took you for a walk around. So when I came back at the end of the day, they said they knew what the problem was. I am so charmed. I am so grateful. I knew they could figure it out because they're a really smart shop. So they had a diagnostic expert on it on Friday. And he had a special machine. And out of the corner of his eye on a screen, he saw a wisp of smoke. And he took a picture. He checked a few other things. So they called me up and I walked back to the van. And they told me I had 2 problems. Number 1, I had an intake manifold leak. So out of the corner of his eye, just by chance, he saw a wisp of smoke escape and caught a picture. And that is the exhaust that I'm smelling through the vents when I turn on the heater in the cab in the front. I know it is. And then they said my fuel pump is probably failing on top of that. I am missing 30%, 25 to 30% of my total fuel pressure. Every time I hit the gas, only 75% is being delivered. So no wonder the engine is taxed. It doesn't have the right gas, the right fuel delivered to make it run properly. It's an amazing van. I'm going to hang in with it. I'm really dedicated to this van. I built it out over a period of 3.5 months in the late summer and early fall in Vancouver on the side of the road. I wouldn't have done that if I didn't think it was an amazing van. I couldn't understand why it suddenly didn't run. Now we know, 3.5 months later. I'm so pleased. So we're having tacos tonight. I'm enjoying my night. It's a cold, rainy night. I'm in the back of an industrial section next to a storage unit. So let's make some tacos and enjoy our night. We have a big week coming up. The van is very expensive, these repairs. There's 2 repairs to go. But by next Friday, I am fully confident that this van is going to run like a top, like a great vintage van. So yeah, let's make some tacos. All right, let's dig into this cozy, yummy, spicy food. Wow, it is really chilly and rainy and damp outside. Not much is going on out there. Let's check out the back window. Yeah, no one's here on this street at all. I'm in the back of an industrial section and a storage locker. Cold February night. Warmest night of the week though. It's been in the minuses, like -5, -6 all week. Honestly, I have woken up 3-4 times a night just trying to stay awake, and I would hit that heater. One night I got up and made a really hot red roast tea. I just wanted to stay really warm all night, you know? So, sorry about the lighting and the lack of a nice kitchen. Honestly, I'm just really focused on fixing this van and haven't built it out over the winter. So I am going to build a nice taco there with some fixings there. Looks really good. Let's throw some avocado on it. Beautiful. Some red onion. Maybe some salsa. I can't wait for the brilliant, bright days of May and June. Yeah, so there's my taco, and I'm gonna get to wrapping that up. All right, so let's get eating these tacos. This is Ellie's big Saturday night inside the van. It's February, it's chilly and it's cold. I have a big mechanical repair and bill next week, so I'm all about saving the money. I got some ground beef I showed you earlier. Put a little bit of salsa on my taco here. Yeah, just can't wait to dig in. It's actually pretty yummy looking. Sorry for my lack of dishes and, proper cutlery, but yeah, so it's pretty dark. Still gets dark around 5 o'clock. It's February. We're in the 20th of February, the last weekend of February. So it's still pretty dark, but it's getting better. I think our dusk is 5:30 at night now, and I think the sun is coming up as early as 7:30 now, which is really good. Pretty cold and damp though. We just went through a super cold snap for 5 days, where it was -5, -6. I was waking up 2-3 times a night and hitting that Airtronic heater and pushing the button like literally every hour. 5 minutes after the heater goes off, it's super cold in here again because it's a van. It's not a house. as much as I've insulated it and prepared it, it's still Canada, and it's February, and it's a vehicle. But you do the best that you can, and I think I did a really good job preparing before winter. Mostly I've suffered a catastrophic breakdown since November, December, January, and most of February. So we're looking at probably 15 of 16 weeks, almost 4 months of being broken down. Friday yesterday, I gave it to a shop for the 10th time. And the shop has only seen it once before. So I'd given it to a variety of shops. I'd worked on it myself. And I'm pretty good at cars. And nobody could figure it out. But I had a pretty good idea that it was either spark or fuel. And then the last couple weeks, I was pretty sure I narrowed it down to fuel. Fuel delivery. Like, starving. Could have been a vacuum leak. Could have been a lot of things. Could have been fuel injectors. Could have been a fuel pump. So I gave it to this shop I've known for 10 years. They saw it once last week. And they loved the challenge. I'm so pleased that they were so honest and so nice and old-fashioned, and I'd known them for a long time, so I really believed in them and I knew them. I don't really bring in a vehicle unless I'm really, really stuck for an answer, and I just loved that they cared. They cared about me as a person in the community. They were really challenged about the vehicle malfunction, and the whole shop has like 8 or 10 different mechanics in it, and a really smart, astute manager. So, yeah, they took it last week. They didn't figure it out. They gave it back to me after 6 hours. They worked on it, and they didn't charge me. And they said, you know what? We're going to go home. We're going to brainstorm all weekend about it, and call us back next week. Book it again. Bring it in. So I went that weekend. I was pretty depressed last weekend. I was like, I don't know who's going to figure this out. And then I phoned them on Monday, and I said, hey, when do you guys want to see it? And they said, Friday, Ellie. Bring it in early Friday. So I did. I got up yesterday. I brought it in early. It was -6. Bundled up in my parka. Walked down the highway. And I left the van in their hands. I had a lot of confidence in them. Walked around about 6 hours from 8, 9 in the morning, somewhere around there, till like 2, 3 in the afternoon, when they called me and they said, we think we know. I couldn't even believe it, but I did believe it because I knew if anybody was going to figure it out, they would figure it out. They said, Ellie, you were on the right track when you were talking about fuel and fuel starvation. It has 25 to 30% less of the fuel pressure it's supposed to have to run this engine. Yeah, so disappointing because it has put such a strain on the engine for 4 months not running properly. But I was really glad that finally we were coming to a resolution. So I listened intently, and he proceeded to tell me, he said, twofold problem. You have an intake manifold leak. Our tech has figured that out. He had some great equipment. So you have a leak there. It's going to be 3 hours labor and the parts, $900 Canadian. We're pretty sure that might fix the problem, but mostly, to be comprehensive and fix it all, we're pretty sure your fuel pump is failing. And it probably is. Truthfully, it's 23 years old. I have this vehicle. It's almost in mint shape, but it's 23 years old. So you know what's happening? Ellie is going to replace it one part at a time if I'm invested in it. All the parts on it are stock. And most of them have reached the end of their life cycle. So really, you can't complain. You can't ask for more. I have a lot of faith in Chevy, Delco, AMC, older style Jeep products. You know, they last a long time, but they do have a life cycle. So I recently replaced an alternator and a battery that were original. And now we're looking at a fuel pump probably that's original. You know what? Bad luck, bad timing. but it's probably quite likely, and it's okay. I don't mind doing it. So I picked up the van yesterday. I paid $320 or $40, $200 for diagnostic time, and $100 and change for a fuel filter and some time to put that in. I'm looking at 2 different $900 bills next week. But, you know, honestly, I never slept better. I was freezing. I walked around all day, and after 15 weeks and 10 different appointments walking around and freezing, I finally had an answer, and I was so grateful to these guys. What an incredible shop. So honest. Really gave it their all. Didn't give up. The manager said, you know what, Ellie? It's fixable. It's fixable. And that gave me a lot of hope last week, even when I didn't have an answer and picked it up and it was still broken last week. So this coming week, we're going to do an intake manifold gasket for $900. And we're going to do a fuel pump that's inside the tank. So you got to drop the tank, put in a pump, assemble it, put the tank back up. You know, that's another 3 hours. So that's another $900. So I'm looking at $1,800 plus taxes Canadian. So that's pretty challenging right now in the winter when I'm not employed. But I'm really excited. I'm just going to eat tacos and be really happy tonight in my warm van, lock myself in. I just feel like I have hope for my van home, you know? I know it's an amazing van. I knew it when I bought it. I know cars. I saw it. It ran incredible. The body is mint. Underneath, it's rust-free and impeccable. It had some great bones, and I put a lot of money and effort into fixing it for 3.5 months out on the fall and the early winter on the street to get it ready for winter. And unfortunately, I haven't really progressed in my life because I've been broken down, can't be employed, can't be reliable. I can barely get to a shower every day, honestly. So maybe my life can start again in a meaningful way. Maybe I can find the money to pay for my repair. It would be wonderful if I could actually make a kitchen along this side of the van where I've got like the workhorse that I put a cooker on and I make dinner on this like sloppy wooden table every night. You know, but like it does the job and I'm not complaining. And I'm grateful. So thank you for tuning in. So that's the long story. Yeah, we know the problem. The problem is twofold. It should be fixed by next Friday. We should have an intake manifold gasket on it and a fuel pump in it. So almost $2,000, but you know what I get? I get a peaceful, quiet van home. And maybe I get to be reliable and go to a job. The train's going by. Yeah. So maybe I can be reliable, get to a job, get a little money under me, pay for my repairs, and maybe, fix up the van a little bit, finish the build, give myself a kitchen and a sink. Oh, I can't tell you how much that would mean to me to have a kitchen and a sink and a proper cooker surface right here. That would be really great for me because right now I'm just cooking on a dirty workhorse with a Coleman stove and I have no sink and no cleaning here, and it's just, yeah, it's miserable. I got a 20-liter with a USB pump in the footwell of the passenger seat, but you know what, it's got me through since August, and now we're at the end of February. I'm really proud of myself that I got through the winter in a next to bare bones van with some basic electric and insulation and interior with a catastrophic breakdown. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hanging in with me. I hope to report that this van is running tip-top next week and that maybe we can go to some great locations and enjoy this van. But for right now, we're going to eat tacos. And I'm going to turn on my tablet, watch a true crime video, get cozy and warm, and be hopeful for next week. It was nice talking to you. Thank you for listening. I'll see you on the next one.